and then I'll figure out what we're doing as our class, but I just want to see if anyone's in. This is Zoom, yeah. You're not quite in there. Don't worry, I'll end up moving it. I just want to have it on in case someone's hard. So good morning. For those of you that would join us on Zoom either now or later, this is Sunday morning. What's today? Sunday, September, what month is it? 20th. This is an all levels flow, but it's more geared towards power. Sorry, I thought I had music on. That was like my first intention was to get music playing.
As it is, people still coming.
Okay.
That would be fun.
I think on the Zoom you can't hear the music. I feel like it only picks up. I don't know. It's funny how. I don't understand how that works.
Do you have a Zoom ID? I have to log in your Zoom ID.
I use the club Zoom ID.
Oh, I
So this all goes into a library. Oh,
okay.
I see somebody.
Talking about you.
Good,
It's all good.
good morning. Oh, it's Linda. Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
Hi.
Just go ahead and get set up. So we're still getting set up in here. Still have my jacket on. All right. So you guys are going to start just down on your backs. Does anyone have okay, you have a block with you. I'm just going to throw some balls out to you guys, just roll into you. So anyone that's out there, you're going to grab either a ball or a block or even a pillow, something you can squeeze between your knees there. These balls seem to be a little low on air. Sean, do you want a ball or a block? Okay. So you're going to start just on your back, just have your ball close to you. Kind of small. Okay, you're just gonna, for now, just the balls next to you, stretch your arms long, stretch your feet long, just to take a nice big good morning stretch on your back. This is gonna seem a little bit weird if the ball is gonna roll. Just put it in your hands. But we're gonna do like snow angels. So you're just gonna move your arms a little bit here like this, and the legs, same thing. Yep. And now we're gonna touch the floor a little, I'm sorry. Good. So just get those arms and legs moving a couple more times, and then stretch to the center. Good, reach yourself as long as possible. If the ball's in your hand, it's fine. Just nice big stretch long. Good. And then bring your arms forwards, grab the ball, place it right there between your knees. Your knees are, or your legs are bent, feet are flat on the ground. Good. So just lift your hips up, start to lift into a bridge. And you're gonna start to squeeze the ball a little bit. And your arms are just kind of to your sides, shoulder blades tucked underneath you. Good, lift those thighs up. This is your first set of 3. They're gonna get more intense as you go. So just starting to fire up the muscles to the back of your legs, through your lower body. Good. Take a couple more breaths here, lift up, squeeze the ball. Okay, so I did turn the heat on when it gets a little warmer. I'm going to start to open these windows slightly just so you guys know in here what's happening. It's kind of breezy, so that we'll flap around it. All right, and then lower yourself down. Good. Still have the ball there. Good. You can take the squeeze out for a moment. All right, so again. Good. Lift yourself up. Good. Start to squeeze in really tight here. Good, squeeze that ball, take your hands up towards the ceiling. Good, stretch up. Good. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand and just pull that right arm a little longer. Move your hand around in a circle a few times. You can use your left hand to stretch your fingers backwards towards your arm and then forwards, just stretching up the hand, the fingers. Good, now you're gonna start to pulse your hips up towards the sky while you're doing all these things with your arm. So you're gonna squeeze the hips up, up, just little tiny pulses, squeezing up and really pulling that, your pelvis in nice and tight, or your core in nice and tight. Good, squeezing the ball, 5 more pulses up, 4, 3, 2, and ease your way down. Good, relax your arms. Okay, final one. Scoop and lift up. Good, so first just find that base part of the pose. Good, squeeze the ball. Start to stretch your hands back up towards the ceiling. Grab your left wrist, pull that left arm up towards the ceiling, left hand. Good, even move your hand in a circle a few times, loosen up your wrist. Use your right hand to pull your fingers backwards, forwards. Good, as you're doing all this, squeeze the ball in. So it's not a pulse up, it's an in with the knee. Squeeze in, in. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Good. Bring the ball down to your side. You can just move it off to the side for now. We might use it later, perhaps. I'm not sure. All right. For now, stretch yourself again long. Good. Flex your feet a lot here. You're going to hook your thumbs behind you. Good. So hook the thumbs. Spread your fingers out wide. We're doing a sit-up, just so you know where we're going. Legs are touching. Good. Toenails are pulling towards you. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, big breath out. You're going to sit up, blow it out your mouth, reach for your toes, and just hang down there for a moment in a forward bend over your legs. All right, nice job. Roll yourself up, cross your ankles, come forwards onto your hands and your knees. Hands and knees. So we're on all fours. Yeah, however it is best for you to get there. I know there's all different ways to get there from seated. All right, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Good, feet flat, toenails on the ground. Take your right leg, stretch it back behind you. It's in the air, left arm reaches forwards. So just reach as far as you can here, reach and lengthen. Try to lift out of the right shoulder. You have one more like this. As you exhale, just bring your hand, your knee back into the mat. Switch your sides, left leg back, right arm forwards, lengthen as far as you can. Exhale. Be mindful here as you start to move a little bit more. Take one more breath to reach. Exhale, hand and knee down into the mat. Switch your sides on a breath in. So you're reaching on your inhale. You're touching down on your exhale. Switch your legs, switch your arms. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Good. Equal inhale to your exhale is also the same length. One more switch. Inhale. Good. And an exhale. Let's do it one more time for now. Good. And hold this one. Good. Take your right leg to your right. Your left arm reaches over to your left. Feel the front of the body start to ignite a little bit now. Take one more breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Reach back to center. Good. Pull your elbow and knee to touch underneath you. Round your spine. Good. Reach it long. Inhale. And then bend your leg. Reach back on your foot. Then lift your leg away from the ground. Lift out of that right shoulder. One more here. Lift up, lift up. Good. As you exhale, no slingshot. Just let it go gently. Stretch it out long on an inhale. Good. Exhale, hand and knee into the mat. Good. First, a cat pose. So tuck your chin in, round your spine. Hold here for your exhale. Good. On your inhale, come out of it into a cow-shaped pose. With collarbones broaden, tailbone lifts. And exhale, curl in, round spine. Good. One more time. Cow and cat. Inhale, lift. Look up. And exhale, curl in and rounds. Good. We're going to do the other side in a moment. Tuck your toes first. Good. Lift your knees and shins off the ground and breathe. Inhale. Good. Just a hover of the knees and shins. Good. Looking down at the floor in front of you. Exhale. Good. Stay with it. Inhale. Just one more. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Knees gently touch down. Feet slide flat. Good. Left leg reaches backwards. Right arm reaches out in front of you. Hold right here. Nice job. Take that left leg left. Right arm reaches right. Really nice. Left finger spread wide. Out of that left shoulder. One more here to reach. So good. Inhale, bring them back into center. Nice long spine. Exhale, elbow and knee touch underneath you. Nice. And again, reach it out, lengthen. And exhale, pull it in tight. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach. Good. And exhale, elbow and thigh touch. Good. Reach it out. Bend your leg, reach back, find your foot. ankle. Perhaps look over the right shoulder. Good. One more here, lift, lift. Exhale, now reach long, inhale. Good, exhale, hand to knee, touch the mat. Good, tuck your chin, round your spine, stay in your cat pose. Good, as you inhale next, come out of it, cow shape pose, look up, tuck your toes on this one. Stretch the bottom of the feet. Good, stay with your toes tucked as you exhale back into cat. Good, lift your knees and shins and breathe. Good, really nice. Spin those biceps forwards, pull your shoulders back towards your hips. Find one more breath. Think about your chest reaching for your thighs, your hips and tailbone lifting to the ceiling. Good, back of the thighs reaching to the back of the room as you come into down dog. So chest towards thighs, hips towards ceiling, hamstrings towards the back wall. Pedal the legs out here, bend one knee at a time. And then exhale. Good, we're just gonna walk our hands, excuse me, to the back of your mat. Hang down there, separate your feet a little bit. Feel free to cup your elbows here. Sway side to side. Just maybe switch your grip out. And then come back into center. Let yourself just hang down here. So you're coming back into the middle, walk yourself forwards to the front of your mat. Good. You're in a plank pose right here. Make sure you're breathing. Exhaling. Good. Nice. One more breath in your plank. Good. And an exhale. Out. Take your knees and chest and chin to the mat. Slowly lower yourself down. Good. Come into cobra pose here. Lift up. Good. And exhale. Melt the forehead down into the mat. Press yourself back into child's pose. Take 2 or 3 breaths here in your child's pose. Nice job, you guys. Slowly, good. Working your way up. Good. All the way into downward facing dog. When you get into your down dog, good. Again, walk it out a little bit. Good. We're going to start to flow. Good. Make sure you use your breath as we flow. Right. Come forwards, high plank pose. A low push up, chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. Take a big breath out. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come forwards, high plank pose. Good. Exhale, low push up. Good. Upward dog. Good. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more time. Inhale. Shift your weight forwards into a plank pose. Maybe right on the tips of your toes. Low push up. Good. Upward dog. Lift your heart. Exhale. Lift the hips up to the sky. Maybe roll over the toenails. Downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs. Look forwards this time. So you're going to walk or even jump your feet to the front of your mat. hang yourself down, big toes touching. Lift and lengthen, climb your hands up to your shins, with the tailbone a little bit. So kind of think of cow and cat. I'd say just slightly here as you do this. Lift and lengthen, pull the heart forwards. Good, exhale, belly, chest, chin, crown of the head drops down. Let's do that one more time. Lift and lengthen, inhale. And exhale, folding in down. Deep, deep bend in your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Good. Good, stay with it here. Exhale, still in Utkatasana. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath. Exhale, fold in half, straighten through your legs. Lift up, lengthen here. Good, just fold down, exhale. Good, we're going to bend the knees. Good, step your left foot backwards into a lunge. Good, fingertips on the mat. Good. That's okay, I did turn the heat up. I have not opened this windows yet. Let me open them. It's good. It's good. Okay. All right, so right foot is forwards, and we did on our hands and knees when we were doing our switching, so it's going to look the same as we start to get into this. Bring your left foot forwards. You take your right foot backwards. Good, and just hold it for a little bit. Good, so holding and breathing. Just looking around. Great. One more. So keep your hands on the ground, but light. Okay, you're not leaning into your hands. Bring your right foot forward. Your knees are still bent. Left foot backwards. Good. Inhale, left foot comes forwards. Exhale, right foot goes backwards. Good. So finding that lunge. Inhale, right foot forwards. Exhale, left foot backwards. Good. Two more. Inhale, left foot comes in. Good. Exhale, right foot goes back. Good. One more time. Inhale. Good. Exhale, left foot goes back. Stay here. Good. Lift your hands off the ground and just stretch them up above you. Good. Nice. Okay, so we're going to have a theme today. Or not really a theme, but something to think about every time we're in a lunge. I want you to engage the back leg. So really squeeze your back left glute. Good, and you'll notice a difference. You're going to feel a stretch in your left hip flexor. One more breath here. Good, bring your hands down gently to the floor, nice and light. Step your left foot forwards. Good, exhale your right foot backwards. Good, lift your hands off the ground, stretch them up above you. Crescent lunge, your left foot forward. Squeeze that back right glute. Squeeze it tight. So our glutes get a little lazy. Those hip flexors get overly worked and tight. So you gotta work them with that back side a little bit more. Take one more. Reach, reach, reach. Good, exhale, fingertips to the floor. Good, make your palms flat this time. Left foot steps backwards. Good, you're in a plank pose, hold. Good, spin biceps forwards, fingers spread wide. One more breath here. Take a nice, easy, no push up. Good, so don't go too low. Too low is shoulders below your elbows. Good, upward dog. Good, downward facing dog. Great job. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe out, slide your left foot to the middle. Behind you. I'm sorry. You got it. Just like center your feet. Take the right leg, stretch it all the way up towards the ceiling. Start to lift your left heel off the ground. Point your right toe. Good. If you can touch the ceiling, you can touching it now. Take one more breath. Press your hands into the floor. Good. Let that left heel become heavy. Lower the right leg so it's even with your left hip. So it's now kind of pulling it in a little bit. Good, stretch back to your right heel, and turn your right foot right, swing it all the way to your right. Good, so the right leg is to the right, like you did on all fours. You're gonna warm up nice, one more breath. Keep that left arm from bending, pull back to the left hip, and then right leg back to center, up to the ceiling, bend your right knee. Good, so you're trying to sink your left heel down to the ground. You're looking underneath you to your left side, try to see your right foot. Good, notice the arms. Good, left hip pulls back. Good, open up that right knee a little bit more to the ceiling. And then stretch your, actually let's keep our right knee bent. Just curl your knee in. Good, point your toe, hold that thigh up to your chest. Nose and knee try to touch. Good, hold it. Blow your shin towards the floor.
Good, pull it back up. Pull your shin towards the floor, lower towards the floor. Pull it back up. Good, one more time, lower that shin towards the floor. Good, we're in a plank pose. Good, pull that leg up. Now it's up and back, down dog split. Good, right foot meets your left foot. Come forwards into plank pose. Spin your heels right. Take your left arm up. Side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand on the floor, left hand towards the ceiling, awesome. Good, stretch that left arm across your cheek. Nice, now we're gonna keep our left arm reaching. Listen, take your feet, separate them. Separate your feet, come into a plank pose. Spin face the ground, your left arm is stretching out in front of you. Hold it. Good, nice. Good, we're gonna take the left hand down, chaturanga. Go straight up to plank, please. Good, slide your left foot in middle, right foot meets your left, spin your heels left. Vashisthasana, face the right side of your mat, right hand reaches towards the ceiling. And then take your right arm over your head. Yes, good. Stretch, stretch here. Okay, so again, we're not going to use the right hand if possible. You're going to lift your right foot up. Step it forwards. Good. All together. Right hand is up, twist. Good. Unweight those left fingers and start to come up. Good. All the way up. Right hand finds your left leg. Good. So let's engage this left glute. Good. Left fingers reach back behind you. One more. Good, center yourself, both hands come up. Really nice, spin the left foot down flat. This is open to warrior two. Good. Nice, exhale. Exhale. Two more breaths, inhale. We're gonna keep the arms reaching, exhale, one more. Good, exhale, straighten the right leg. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes all the way left. Good, bend your left knee, a little more frame. Bend that left knee, take your right arm over your head, left arm to thigh, extended side angle, you're on your left leg. Nice. Good, unweight that left arm and reach your hand away from you. Good. Stretch out through those right fingers all the way down to your right heel. Let left knee open, just one more inch to the left. Good, nice, coming back warrior two. Good, straighten left leg, great job. Turn your toes in, lift your heart. Good, holding halfway down, straddle. Halfway down. Good, reach out like a T with your arms, lift your fingers a little higher than your shoulders. Good, great. Good, stretch a little further. Exhale two. One more inhale. As you exhale, you're folding down in half. Grab your legs, hand on the floor, whatever suits you here. Lift and lengthen. Should and fold down. Good, so stay where you are. You're lifting your kneecaps towards your hips. So you're trying to engage your quads. You let your hamstrings relax for a little bit and stretch out. Good, if you can find the floor easily with your head, bring your feet a little closer in, challenge yourself. Take one more breath here. And exhale. All right, slide your hands out from your feet. Good, fingertips on the floor, flat back right here. Good, lift up, lengthen your spine. You're gonna turn your right foot to your right. Good, hands walk inside your right foot. Swing your left heel to the ceiling. Good. All right, so we're on our left hand. We're in a low lunge. We're gonna take the right foot back where it came from. Side plank pose, hold. Right here, inhale. This is the last one. Here on this side, one more breath. Exhale, two hands down to the floor, 2 feet down to the floor, a little push up. Up dog. Rinse it out, exhale, downward facing dog. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling. Exhaling. One more here, inhale. Chest toward your thighs. Exhale. Take your left leg. Good. Actually, let's slide that right foot a little more center to the back of your mat, and then your left leg will reach up, 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 all the way up. Lift your right heel from the ground. You're trying to touch the ceiling with your left tiptoe. Press your hands into the floor. One more, be as big and tall and long as you can. And then make it more conservative. Slide that right heel down to the ground. Lower your left leg so your hip is even with your right hip. Your left foot's flexed. Good. Push back through your heels and then turn your left foot left and take it all the way to the left. Yes. Challenging pose. Put your legs look like an L. Right arm is straight. Right hip pulls back. Just one more here. Good. Take your leg back to center. Give it a nice kick up towards the ceiling and bend your left leg this time. Good. So as you bend your leg, open the knee to the ceiling. Look underneath you. Good. Try to see that left heel perhaps underneath your right arm. Jump back to the right hip. Good. You have one more here. We're going to keep the leg in this bent position. And start to look forwards a little bit and then square off your hips. Hug that thigh to your chest. All the way in. Nose and knee touch or nose and forehead might touch. You're in a plank pose. Right leg super strong. Lower your left knee and shin towards the floor. And then hug that leg back up into your body. Do it again. Lower it down. And then hug it up. One more time. It hovers. It pulls up. Good. And it pulls up and back. Down dog split. Take a big reach. Exhale, left foot meets your right foot at the back of your mat. So one more time, side plank facing the right side of your mat. Spin your heels left. Take your right arm up. Good. Pull right here, breathe. Inhale. Good. Exhaling. Take one more. Reach your right arm across your head. But as you come out of your side plank, take your feet apart. Good. So they're nice and wide now. As you roll into your plank pose, right arm reaching. Good. Hold it here. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Take your hand down to the floor and we'll push up. Come back up to plank. Good. Slide your feet back to touch. Spin your heels to your right. Take your left arm up. Good. So Vashisthasana, face the left side of your mat. Good. Reach your left arm over your head. Good. Reach, reach. Good. So this time you're going to look down. You're going to lift your left foot up and step it forwards with your left arm still reaching. Good. Once you're in that, spin your hips even. Your left arm is up. You're twisting to the left. Good. Make sure your feet are not on a tight rope. You have some space between the feet there. Good. As you take an inhale, come all the way up. All the way up. Left hand finds the back of your right leg. Right hand reaches towards the ceiling. Woo. So it's a little twist to the left. Good. Let's engage that right glute. Right butt cheek squeezing nice and tight. Reach up, reach back. Good. Nice. Exhale. Good. Coming out of this. Good. Let's see. I think we came out into warrior two. So spin that right foot down flat. Good. Left arm reaches forwards. Good. Keep that left knee open. Good. Lengthen here. Inhaling. And so even here in this warrior two, still engage that right leg as much as you are with your left. One more. Good. So keep your arms extending. You're going to straighten the left leg. Turn your left toes in. Turn your right foot all the way to your right. Good. Bend your right knee. Good. Right arm to thigh. Left arm across your left cheek. Extended side angle. Good. So the right arm for a moment, push it into your leg. Good. Spin those ribs more to the ceiling. And then take your right arm, unweight it, and reach it away from you. Good. Left arm extended long. Just one more here. Inhale. Then use your breath. Exhale. Good. You're coming back into warrior two. Inhale. Good. Straighten that right leg. Good. Turn your right toes in. Lift your heart. You're folding halfway down. Good. Into your straddle setup. Good. Reach through fingers. Engage your quads. And exhale. Fold all the way down in half. So here we are. Second straddle. Good. You can grab your feet. Again, hands could be on the floor if you wanted. If you want to take an inversion, go for it. Inhaling. One more here. Good, quads again, engage. Exhale. So you're coming up into a halfway point. With fingertips underneath your shoulders. Exhale, and then walk yourself forwards towards your left foot. Good, so you're spinning back into a low lunge. You have weight in your right hand. Good, we're gonna slide that left foot back. Last time. Good, so anything you want here, last side plank. Inhaling. Nice. Good, one more here. Good, looking down, left hand down. You come apart a little bit, chaturanga. Upward dog. Good, exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out. Good, move your elbows and your forearms down into the mat. Walk your feet closer to your elbows. Good, if anyone wants to come into a forearm stand, please do. Good, so you can stay right here. Maybe lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe just try a little top. Okay. One more, wherever you are. And bring your right foot down. If your right foot was up, take the left leg up now. So again, stretch it as far as you can up there, yes. Good, bend your right knee. Good, maybe a little hop off the ground. Good, and when you finally come into a forearm stand, you're looking forwards versus like at your legs. Okay, last one, and then your left foot will come down. You walk your feet low or back, so you're in a low plank. Hold right here. So back of your heels. Good. Even though heels stretch back, toes try to drag forwards, elbows try to drag in, like you're trying to make it your mat, fold in half in the center. Take one more breath. Good. Exhale, knees and shins down. Good. Hands on the floor. Good. Toes tucked. Just a kind of like a half child's pose right up to a down dog. Good. From your down dog, pedal it out, walk your feet out a little bit. Exhaling. Good. One more. Good. We're going to come right toward vinyasa. So you make sure push your feet are as far back as you need them to be. Shift the weight forwards. Go push up. Upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Look forwards. Walk or jump your feet to the front of your mat. Hang yourself down. Utkatasana, chair pose. A couple breaths here. We're moving up a lot. 2 more breaths. Inhale. One more. We're going to unweight the left foot. Bend your left leg in half as you exhale. So you can balance for a moment here. And then start to stretch your leg backwards and your arms forward. You're in warrior 3 T-pose. Good. Left hip's going to want to open left. Try to dial that left hip down to the ground. Extending through heel and fingers. Good. And then inhale, stand up tall. Pull your left thigh up to your chest. All good? Good. Stretch back to warrior. Stretch back to warrior 3. Good. And again, inhale, standing up. Good. Exhale, warrior 3. One more time. Inhale. Good. Exhale, warrior 3. Awesome job. Take a breath here. Let your left foot land behind you. Hands up. Here we are. Good. Left foot spins down flat. Take a moment to square those hips up to the front of your mat. Fingers interlace. Back of your head. Let your head just fall back into your hands. Elbows open wide. Let the weight of your head push into your hands and open your chest. One more. And then just a gentle push of your head back to center. Hands stretch back up to the ceiling. Open wide, warrior 2. Stay with me here. We're going to turn the left toes just a little bit left. Good, we're gonna straighten the right leg for a moment, turn those right toes a little bit in. I'm sorry, yeah, make the left toes more left. We're coming in a goddess pose. Good, slide a little bit over here. Okay, so your knees are bent, they're over your ankles. They're open. Your elbows about shoulder height, arms pulling back, thumb and forefinger can touch. Good, sit 2 inches lower, keep those knees open wide. One more here, so we're gonna try to keep the right knee bent. Good, open your arms wide, spin your left foot out. Good, warrior 2, right foot goes a little more right. Ah, yes. One more. Good, hands to heart center. Shift your weight left. Good, now we have to switch our feet again. Good, Skandasana, back of your mat. Right toes lift, lengthen out that right leg. Exhaling, one more here. Slide your way over to your right. Good, take your hands down inside your right foot, walk it even more right. Good, take your left knee and shin down to the ground for a moment. Good, slide your foot down flat. Good, pull your heart forwards like cow shape. Good, exhale, round the head. Do it again, inhale. Heart force forwards, squeeze loose, exhale, tuck chin. Round, one more. Right on this, exhale. Good, we're gonna shift our weight backwards. Bring your right hand to the right side of your right foot. Good. Take a moment to align your hip over your knee right here. So if you have to walk your right foot more forwards, do that. But eventually pulling those right toes up towards the ceiling. So I'm gonna try to keep myself right there, over my hip, over my knee, and then hinge forwards. So it's truly a half split. Try to spin your right inner thigh a little bit of rounds. Exhaling. We're gonna do an arm balance in a moment. I want you just to be ready for it. Take 2 more breaths into your right hamstring. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Good. Exhale. Hands move inside right foot. And so adjust your feet so you can come back into your lunge. Maybe pull that leg back. Good. Untuck your back right toes. Tuck them. Then lift your knee off the ground. Spin your foot down flat. Okay, so we're looking at a warrior 1 or warrior 2 legs. Dip your right shoulder underneath your right leg. Move your hand to the outside of your foot. All together. Lift your right heel off the ground. Your left hand's gonna grab the top of your foot. So your fingers are reaching over to the pinky edge of your foot. But so if you still have all that, fantastic. You can look down underneath your leg if you want and just stay here. But if you want to try to tip to your right and get your foot off the ground, try that. Right, now I recommend keeping your head underneath your arm as you try to straighten your leg. Exhaling. One more. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back in, but just let go. Take a twist to your right, slide your arm out. Good, open up that right shoulder, and then 2 hands down. Good, right foot steps backwards, high plank, little push up. Up to down dog, stretch here. Good, a couple breaths. Exhale. One more. Big breath out. Walk your hands a little closer together. Good. Walk or jump your feet around your hands. Now hold right here. Okay, so another arm balance, and then we'll do our left side. So we're right here. Lots of choices here. You could stay just like this. And you could work a twist and know that we'll come back here at the end of the last sequence, and you could do the other side. You could come into crow. Good, side crow. Tsitsipasana, firefly pose. Your arms are underneath you. Nice stretch in your back as you sit on your arms. And you just, again, you shift your weight backwards. If you fall out of firefly, it looks like this. It's not a big deal. It's a harder fall coming out of crow, I'd say. All right, take a couple more breaths. Exhaling. All right, nice job. Let's take your feet to the mat. Good, not vinyasa. Just bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, sink down lower. Good, exhale. So this is cater to yourself here at your level. If you need your hands, so there's no shame in using your hands. If you can try not to use your hands, go for it. You're sitting. You're coming into Navasana. Good job. So same thing coming out of it. Good. You can keep your feet touching. Good, and try to stand up. You can cross your ankles. You can use one or two hands. Good. We're going to come upright. Good. It helps if you roll a little bit, so you could if you want. Do one roll. Try to stand. Utkatasana, chair pose. What happened to the music? All right. Good. Sink down lower. Good. Sit down. Lift your feet. Good. And breathe. Inhale. So we only have one more for now. Okay, roll backwards. Good if you're using that momentum. Oh, I'm so happy I can do that. I couldn't do it last week. All right. Take another breath. Good, and we're going to bend our right knee in half. Good, so here we are. Right knee bent, standing on your left leg, one-legged squat. Good, stretch yourself out long. Warrior three. Good, reach to your heel. Good, reach to your fingers. Good, nice. One more here. Stand on the proper foot, on the foot, right? Okay. So inhale, you're gonna put your right knee to your chest. Good, and then stretch it back to your warrior three. And again, inhale. Right thigh lifts. Good, and exhale, stretch it back, warrior three. Then make sure you're breathing one more time. Inhale, coming up. Good, exhale into your warrior three. Nice, hold it here. Good, and then soften your right knee. Let that right foot come back behind you. Spin it down flat, hand stretch above you, warrior one. Inhale. So that left knee's forwards. Good. Bring your right foot a little more this way. And this way with your right foot. Just to the side of your mat. That's better. Yeah, you can square your hips together. Okay, one more here. Hands come behind you. Behind your head, I'm sorry. Good, lace them up. Maybe stretch out that lace. Let your head drop backwards. Open your heart here. Open your elbows. Good. Nice deep bend in that left knee. Good. Outer edge of right foot rooted down. Right glute engaged. Good. One more here. Good. Gently press your head back to center. Stretch your arms above you. Good. Open wide, warrior two. Good. Inhale, transitioning here into goddess pose. So turn the left toes partially in. Right heel in, bend both knees, elbows bent, good, knees open wide. Good. Belly pulled in, elbow tucked underneath you, back nice and straight, elbows bending. Good. Lift your right heel and left heel off the ground, sit low, open those knees. One more here, inhale, we're gonna keep the left knee bent. Lower your heels, open your arms wide, good, left foot left, right leg long, warrior two. Good. Hands together, heart center. Straighten your left leg. Shift over to your right, spin those feet again. Skandasana, here we are. Stretching out that left hamstring and groin. Good, one more strong right leg, right? And then shift your weight over to your left. Place your hands on the floor. Walk your left foot more left so there's some space. Good, hands frame your foot. Let your right knee and shin come down to the ground. Good, and we're shifting our hips backwards. Okay? We're doing that half split. Okay, so your right knee is right underneath your right hip. So probably move left foot forwards to straighten the leg. Find my alignment again. There we are. So left toes are trying to pull in towards your face. See that left inner thigh a little to the floor. Lean over your left leg. Good. Again, remember we're getting ready for that compass pose here. Final breath. Exhale. And you're moving your hands inside your left foot. Come back into your lunge. Tuck the right toes and lift your right knee from the ground. Good, your right foot spins down flat. Good, then let that left arm dip down and go underneath your left leg. Good, hand to the floor. That's very important to get your palm all the way down flat on that left side. Good, your right hand grabs the pinky edge side of your left foot. So try to lift your left heel and get your foot. Good, so again, I recommend keeping your head tucked at this point on. So you're kind of looking at the right inner thigh. Good. If you feel like you're gonna fall, maybe move your left hand further away from you to the left. Good. Exhaling. One more breath. I'm gonna bring it in slowly, watch the knee. Good, right hand down, left hand comes up, dragonfly twist, so open that left shoulder. Along with the right hand. Nice, one more. Great job, exhale, left hand comes down, good. Step your left foot back, gently, quietly, we'll push up. Upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing in. Out. Good. Hands slide closer together. Good. Walk or jump your feet around your hands. Good. Landing softly, lightly. So second side here. So maybe it's left hand down, you're twisting. Good. Maybe it's side curl on the other side. If you did the right side, then maybe that butterfly. Good. Or curl pose. Good. Okay, one more breath. There you are. Let your feet touch the mat if you're up in the air. Keep them together, knees are bent. Utkatasana chair pose. Good, great job. Bring your hands together, heart center, sit low. Good, turn and twist to your right, left elbow outside your knee. Your thigh. Bring your right knee forward, press the palms together, twist more to the right. Good, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Twist left. Good, left knee comes forwards. Tailbone tries to sit lower than the heart. Hands press. Inhale, back to center. Stretch your hands up over your head, stay low. Shift your weight forward, lift your heels. Good, go post those arms. Really nice, spread your fingers out wide. Great job, stretch your hands over your head, straighten your legs. Good, stay right here. Interlace your fingers. Index finger to the ceiling. Good, reach over to your right. Good, inhale, center, let's go to the left. As you come back to center, switch your grip real quick. Index finger up, go to your right. Inhale, center, take it last time over to your left. Good, one more time, the middle. Good, slide your hands, apart, so just your thumbs are hooking. Spread your fingers wide again. Good, a standing back bend, so you can push your hips forward, lift your heart. Good, reach back like you're diving into a pool. You see everybody, good. One more, stretch the front of your body. And then straighten your spine with your hands, release to your sides. Good, you're in mountain pose. Being still. One more breath there. Nice job. Left hand stretches up towards the ceiling. Right hand reaches down your right leg. Bend your right knee. Okay, find the instep of your foot or even your ankle bone if you want to go up higher on the leg. Before we begin, let's draw those knees together. Push your hips a little forwards. Good, and start to mount kick. And reach. Kick and reach, kick and reach. Just keep going like that. Good. Nice. With the stretch across the right shoulder, through the front of the right thigh. Good, one more. Good, exhale. So we're going to come up and we're going to let the foot go, let the arm go, and release. Good, switch. Stretch left hand down, bend your left leg, find your foot, your instep.
Go ahead and take this side. Stay here. One more. And again, come on. Let your arms release, switch your sides. Right inside, right leg up. Good muscle memory here. Engage the right thigh. Engage the left thigh, the same leg. Good. As you come up, you're going to pull your right knee up to your chest. Good with both hands. And curl in. Good. Take that right leg, just slide it over your left leg. Tuck it in. Good. Take your right arm underneath your left arm. You're in eagle pose. Your right leg is the wrapper. Your right arm is the wrapper. Lift the elbows slightly and pull your arms away from you. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Sit 1 inch lower. Nice job. Unwind your eagle. Good. Left arm to the ceiling. Right hand find your foot or ankle. Tuck that right foot into your left leg somewhere for tree. Open the right knee with your hand. When you're ready, stretch both arms. Stand tall in your tree pose. One more here. The left hand's going to go to your hip. Your right hand can stay reaching. As you step your right foot back, it's on an angle about 2 or 3 feet behind you. So a little turn forward with that right foot. Reach your right hand to the ceiling and reach forwards. Reach until you can't reach anymore. And then take your right hand down towards the floor. Maybe use a block here. Check in, make sure the hips are level, your sacrum's flat. You're turning from the waist. Nice job. You can keep left hand reaching, you can bring it to your hip. You're going to move your right hand to your right so it's underneath your right shoulder as you start to lift your right leg off the ground. Twisting half moon pose. Stretch back to that right leg, make sure it's fully engaged. Look up. One more. Good, now let's just look down slowly. Left hand finds the floor. Good, right hand, good, can go to your hip or right to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. I'm only hopping forward, so I'm still in picture frame. You guys stay where you are. Okay, listen, our next pose, don't go yet. Next pose is triangle pose, and it's on your right leg. So we're going to soften the left knee. We're going to stand up. Switch our legs. Reach over that right leg. Reach, so you can't reach anymore. So earlier in our dolphin and plank, I talked about trying to fold your mat in half. Now you're trying to stretch your mat out long with your feet. And those inner thighs are spinning up towards the ceiling. You're going to take both hands, reach them forwards. One more here. Come straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to take your hands to your hips. Turn your toes in, left foot goes forwards. But all we're doing is stepping to the front of our mat as quietly as we can. Hands release to your sides, mountain pose. And still, like that. Wants to slide down. All right, exhale. Good. We're only going to do one dancer's pose just to finish our side. We're not going to do like a 3 and then do it. Stretch your right hand to the sky, left hand down your left leg. Good, bend your left knee. Step on the instep, your foot or ankle. Here we go. Hug your knees in together and then find last Dhanurasana. One more here. Standing right leg. You're coming up. Good. Bring your knee into your chest. Both hands find that knee. Good. So it's a little like curl in, stretch your back. And then you're just tucking that or sliding that left leg over your right leg. Good. Once you tuck your foot behind you, find your arms, left arm on the bottom. Eagle pose. So the left is the wrapper this time. Good. Just elbows, your forearms away from your shoulder blades. Slide down your back. One more. So, unwinding. Left hand finds, or right hand finds your hip, left hand up to the ceiling for a moment, and then left hand grabs your foot. Tuck it in. You don't have to grab the foot, you can do it without grabbing. Left knee is open. And stretch. Nice job. One more here. Right hand back to your hip. Left foot steps back. Good a little bit. Make sure it's on just a slight angle there. Even your hips out with your right hand. Go ahead and extend your left arm as far as you can. Good. And then you can't go anymore. You're ready to go onto your twist. So keeping those hips again level. Marita Trikonasana. Stretch the mat apart again with your feet, so those inner thighs in and up. So the right hand, if you want, can stay reaching. You can find your hip. You're going to look down. Left hand underneath your shoulder. Left leg lifts up off the mat. Good, strong two legs. Lifting that left hip up even with the right hip. Twisting half moon pose. A little more rotation to the torso here. One more breath. Look up. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Good. So you're spinning open the other way. With the left hand will again find the hip or right up to the ceiling. You're doing this kind of like L-shaped posture. Pose with your legs. Nice. Exhaling. Good. Two more breaths. We'll be finding triangle with our left leg at the back of our mat. Soften your right knee. Good. Step all the way backwards. Come on up. Good. So you're switching your legs. So your left foot goes backwards, right foot goes on an angle. Extend. Reach. Reach. Left hand down, right hand up. Lengthening both sides of your body here. Stretching your mat out with your feet. Take both hands, reaching forwards over your left leg. Reach. That core. Good. Both hands to the ceiling. Good. Nice. Toes turn in, hands on your hips. Right foot goes right. Left foot spins up. Good. Step your left foot to the front of your mat. Quietly, arms to your sides. Be still. Great work. Arms stretch to the ceiling. Little back bend. Exhale, fold forwards in half. Let that head hang down. Even soften your knees. Lift up, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, walk, float, jump back, chaturanga dandasana. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Stupid tag on the back of my shirt. All right. Sorry for the finger on this. All right, so you're gonna downward facing dog. All right, breathing. And one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, melt the elbows and the forearms again down into the mat. Good, right away, walk yourself long. Good, take your elbows further away from you than you would normally do. So if you're not sure what I mean, look at me here. So first try to get yourself nice and straight, and then the elbows move away. This is gonna be harder, it should be. Hold it here. And breathe. Last one. Really nice. Your thighs just come down to the ground. Your arms are down to your sides, so your forehead is facing the mat. Stretch your arms back behind you. This option here just to keep them lengthening like this. If you want to lace them up behind your back, go for that. You can slide your legs here to touch. Lift your head, chest, shoulders, thighs, legs. Locust pose.
Pull those hands back, lift, 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 one more breath. And then exhale all the way down. Left cheek on the mat. Let your big toes touch, your toes. I'm sorry, your heels drop open. Head comes to center. If you'd like to find another locust pose, please do. Good option here, bend your legs. If you can bend your legs and not actually grab your legs as well, just lift like that if you want. But if you like to grab your feet or your ankles, go ahead. Let's take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to lift your chest, your thighs, into a back bend. Great job. Go for it here. Final inhale. Lift even more as you exhale. And then let it go. The right cheek down. Legs long, big toes touch. Take a little shimmy of your hips. Alrighty. Let's come back into middle. So bring your hands underneath you. We're going to use our knees for just a little bit here. So tuck your toes. Good. With some help of your knees, press yourself partially up. Good. Now you can keep knees down or lift them at this point, but come up to a plank. Good, and hold here. Just hold. Be still. Last one. Great job. Up and back, down dog. Good. Walk your feet forwards. Good. You are welcome to have a seat. Good. Oh, we didn't do that rolling backwards thing. Oh, we did it. Earlier, so that's right. That's good. All right, hands reach out in front of you. We're going to roll slowly onto our backs because we're starting to run out of time. So listen, we're going to do 2 more back bends here. You just did a bunch standing and then on your belly. Now we're going to do 2 more on our backs. Arms are to our sides. You have an object near you if you want to. Squeeze that ball in between the knees or shins. I'm sorry, knees or thighs for a little extra work. Go for it. So we're going to lift up, good bridge, or even wheel if you want. Make sure your shoulder blades are nice and tucked underneath you for this one. You're pulling or lengthening your tailbone towards your knees. Good, you're definitely using those glutes. You're pressing the thighs and hip flexors towards the ceiling. Maybe the hands press into the floor a little bit here. Maybe you're squeezing the ball. Good, find another inhale and exhale. And as you finish your exhale, come down. Good, pause, good. Think about what you like to do here on this last one. Maybe instead you take that object and you just kind of lay on it. And that sounds good to you too. So 3 choices: really supported bridge, regular bridge or wheel. Put hands back in your shoulders. If you like to come in a wheel, I always come in first like this with my head on the floor and I kind of get myself all good to go. And I use my legs a lot. When you're up, there's choices. You can play around with one leg, one arm, right? Take one more breath. And when you're done, make sure you've gone evenly. Good. If you're all the way in wheel, make sure you tuck your chin first to your throat. Let's all come down to the ground. Legs stretch forwards. Give your thighs just a little straight leg moment there. All right, so what we're going to do from here, we are going to sit up. We're going to bring our knees in. We're going to roll good towards, everyone just, well, you guys are going to roll towards the mirror. But I'm going to roll to my left, so I'm facing the cameras. Good, and then anyone else up there can face whichever way you want. So you're going to take up this length of your mat. Good. So a straddle pose is like a very subjective pose. You could be here, and that's perfect if that's what's good for you, right? Maybe you're like some dancer and you're like, you know, taking out your legs are straight out to the sides. So whatever it is right for you. Good. And then you're just going to make sure you're on the front edge of your sit bones and you're coming forwards with your hands and your torso. Good. And let's try to flex our feet here. YouTube Premium has ad-free videos. Everyone's going to talk.
Tasha without interruptions.
So anyone that happened to join me on Instagram, I see some people out there. I started the Instagram, take your right hand, come on for everyone, maybe I'll keep talking in a sec. Right hand down your leg. Okay, let's take this left hand, reach it up and over towards your right foot. Now if you can touch your right foot, you know, awesome. But let's not make that the goal. Let's make the goal stretching the left side of our body. So root down to the left hip and just, it looks like whatever it looks like. It's more important how it feels. So you can use this right arm with some pressure. So anyways, Instagram, I turned on Instagram late because we only get 60 minutes on Insta. This is a 75-minute class. So you kind of missed the warm-up part, which hopefully is okay. We did some core work, if you're curious what we did. Good, let's come on up. Left hand finds your left leg or floor. Right arm stretches. So this way I figured we could all finish together at least. And then those of you on Zoom, you'll get that full 75 minutes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Nice, and come back up to the middle. Let's bring the soles of the feet in. Good. So again, adjust yourself so your sit bones are rooted into the ground. Hold on to your arches of your feet, open the knees wide, sit tall, and extend yourself forwards. Woo. There was a time I could get my head on the floor right here. That looks like it's about 1,000,000 miles away right now. And here, instead of the knees pushing down, which they are going down, think about them stretching apart from one another. Final breath. Inhale. Exhaling. Oh, yeah. All right, good. Let's bring the knees up to center. We're going to take one final vinyasa. You're going to bring your hands to the front of your mat. Just step back to a plank pose. Good. Tips of toes, a little push up, or knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Let's take a nice, easy walk forward until you can have a seat on your mat. Good. And right away, we're going to lay down on our backs. Down with control. Draw your knees in towards you. So the knees hug in and they gently press down. With your pressing down with your legs or your hands. I'm sorry. Good. And this is like a half happy baby, or I'm not sure what to call it, but take your knee easy, happy baby. I've heard it. Take your knees wider. So your feet are still just kind of dangling, and you're just going to push down on open knees. Kind of like we do child's pose with our knees together, knees apart. So this is the knees apart child's pose. Nice, and then bring your knees back in. Cross your right over your left leg. Hands are on your shins or your feet. And then gently bring those feet down towards your hips. Play around with this a little bit. You can kind of go a little rock side to side. You don't have to be perfectly still. You can hug them in slightly, see how that feels. Maybe press your feet towards the floor. One more breath. The knees just drift off to the left side of your mat onto the ground. I'm going to move my hips slightly right. Then I'm going to use my left elbow to push it in the ground and lift up and slide my shoulders a little left. And this way my shoulders are on the ground now. The left hand's going to rest on my leg. The right hand reach up behind you. If that's too much in your shoulder to reach it behind you, reach it to your right. Try to look to your right now. Everything is pretty much the same, except you're going to stretch your left leg long, and then take your right leg long to your, still in crisscross. So now you look like a T kind of, or a half a T. One more breath there. Then extend through your right heel, get that nice stretch along your IT band. Good. And then your head will come to the middle, your arm bends. Good. bend your knees, come back onto your backs. Find that center point first before you switch your sides. And when you're ready to bring both knees in, do so. Good. Left over right leg. Again, finding that gentle pressure. The movement feels good to you here, front and back, or to the sides. One more here. Exhale. Taking your twist, knees go to your right. And again, I'm gonna let my feet touch down and then move my hips left. Right elbow pushes down so I can lift my shoulders and slide them a little right. The right hand on my left leg, left arm reaches behind me. And then even look left. One more just like this. Almost there. Stretch that right leg out straight and long. Good left leg it stretches out long as well during that kind of half T-shaped pose. Reach. Exhale. Head to center. Your arm pulls down gently. Good. Bend that left leg. Come onto your backs once again. So find your feet on the mat. Move your hips to the middle. Move the shoulder blades. All center it up. Good. Let's do one more. Just big hug. Wrap your arms around your legs. Even with your head. Squeeze them. Good. I'm going to take my feet to the ceiling just because that sounds good to me. And then we'll be in Shavasana. Press your heels straight up. But if you'd like to take any inversions as well, that's always an option. You can find Shavasana on your own. When you're ready, you'll bend your knees. Good. Feet touch down. Take up lots of space in your Shavasana. Stretch those legs out. We did our snowman, the snow angels in the beginning. Kind of like the open part of your snow angel. Let all the breath go. Eyes are closed.
start to find a little bit of movement. Give you some time just to eventually work your way into a comfortable seat, no rush whatsoever. When you get there, eyes are closed, your hands can rest on your thighs or come into heart center. Let's see if I can do this justice. Rumi writes, the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each other, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Let's open the eyes. Stretch both of your hands up over your head. Take a big breath in. Touch the sky. You're gonna bring your hands back down to your sides. Let's take one more big breath together. Inhale. Hands together, heart center. Namaste. You're welcome. Have a nice day. You're welcome. Sorry for the lateness.
Thank you, Tasha.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi.
Great
Good to
class.
see you guys.
Great class. Thanks.
Sorry I started a little late there. I was trying to get all these gadgets in.
It's fine. I was a little late too. So,
Okay. See ya.
okay. Bye-bye.